Hello, everybody. So today we're gonna talk about a huge mistake I made. Um, the lessons I learned from this investment. So it was like couple months ago I bought into Mullen stock, Mullen. Um, Even though I got it at like a very low price, but it was a huge mistake. As you can see, there's like a Hindenburg research about uh, all the red flags on this stock. So even though like I sold all my shares in this company and only invest like $200, even though I did not lose any money, I made like 13 to 15% gain on my original money. So it'd be like I made $30. But if my brother or my cousin or my uncle is investing on this stock, I will tell them that my opinion, I will sell the stock because there are too many red flags I did not discover when I first did the research on this stock. Okay, and like I'm gonna hit some main points when you look when you look for when you invest in a company. The first thing that you look for is the CEO, the founder background. If the founder have track record of failures, you should not invest in the company. And that CEO for Mullen David, cannot pronounce his last name. He had 5 failed penny stock companies prior to founding Mullen. Okay, 5. So either go, I don't know what happened, probably fail, go bankrupt, or something failed, or something happened to those companies. 5 failure companies. And good thing at the beginning when I was like buying the stock, it raised like some red flags, but I just ignored it. So that's a bad habit because I was thinking of the potential. So I was blind by the potential of this company because it was extremely cheap when I bought it. It's like 100 or $200 million valuation, so it was extremely cheap when I bought it. So it was so cheap that I was taking a bet on it, but looking back, it was a mistake. Even though I did not lost money on it, so um, the red flag I noticed when I was doing some research that the first one is like he was doing like the CEO was doing interview um in the interviewer asked the CEO a like a technical question, and the CEO answered it like it was not very educated answer. It was like it gave away that you have no knowledge uh, on the engineering side of the topic. And so as you know, like if you want to like make a and create a successful company, you have to have extremely smart and knowledgeable about the product. But he like his answer was like something that I can answer as well. So it was like very low um, level of like intelligence about the topic. Okay, so that's the first red flag. And the second one that I noticed, that my brother noticed, not me, but he noticed that on the LinkedIn page, the lead engineer for the battery test was like a someone that only have like couple months of experience. He's not a experienced lead and battery scientist, but I think what he or she, I don't know who that person was, but but the experience was very low. So the second red flag, and then the other red flag um but like the Hummingbird research summarized all the red flags that you can see that like some of the I have a lot of respect for Hindenburg research because they are discovered a lot of other questionable companies that like Nikola Tesla they did a good job without them like cutting down the bad companies, and it will be hard to discover them. Like I was doing background research on the CEO as well. If he have any um, track record of doing bad stuff, and I cannot find it. So if I found it in the early stage of the company, I will not buy any of the stock, but I cannot find it. So that's the problem. And this company remind me of a bad investment I did on a company called Movie Pass like a couple years ago. Even though I only lost like $20 or $30, it was not a lot of money. It was a little bit small pocket change because I also discovered early that the Movie Pass CEO have a track record of failures as well. Now all his company either go bankrupt or become penny stock. And when I discovered that, I was dumping, selling all my shares because, and so I got out early and I did not lose a lot of money. But this one I also got out early and I still made 10%. But it was a hard lesson learned because like when you this is why you should not or you should don't bet big on micro cap companies because it's gonna be very hard to do the background research on the CEO. Like for example, if you do like background research on Apple CEO Tim Cook, it'd be easier. Like a lot of people will know that if he uh, did some questionable things or he did any fraud or anything like that. But smaller companies, those information is hard to find for a retail investor. Um, so that's why it's a lot more safe and to invest on bigger companies they have a lot better track record. And let's talk about Hindenburg research gave a good summary of all the things that very questionable and made me want to sell the stock. Like they talk about the cargo van they're gonna produce, but it's actually imported from another Chinese manufacturer in China, and then there's like $60 million class two van orders from like a like a cannabis retailer that only have one location, and it's like a mom and pop. In my opinion, it's just my opinion. Mom and pop business that order one that have $60 million. So I don't know how they're gonna get them. So it's very questionable on that one as well. And then Mullen Dragonfly that um, they like the manufacturer in China that the Changtu Motors terminated the agreement with Mullen, but they still continue to take the $1,000 reservation. So there's uh, a lot of red flags, but I did not catch. And you can please read it. Just type in Google Hindenburg Research, INDENBURG research RESEARCH and Mullen. Type that in the Google, and you can read the research, and they give you like a summary of everything that you to know. They discover a lot of stuff I cannot find because I'm a retail investor, and those I have those like knowledge on how to do the advanced background research. They probably pay using paid software to do it, and or stuff like that, or to find those information. But I cannot. All my research, the research I do is free, so I just basically rely on articles that they don't disclose on their S1, so or 10Q filing. I just rely on articles to dig out the past, but since you was a small company, there wasn't any articles you can dig up. So to summarize, please make sure like do you to summarize like and to summarize like first important point is, if when doing the research for the CEO, if you see that he have track record of failures, it's an automatic no for me, because or track record of questionable or red flags, just don't invest on it. If you really like it, just I guess you can put like, I will not recommend it, but buy like one share or something. Yeah, just don't bet big on those questionable companies. And that's the main point I want to address in this video. So I basically like I just dodge a bullet right now. So I know the stock haven't tanked a lot right now, but in the future it might. So I could be wrong, and I have a financial advisor, and so I'm just sharing my experience and what I learned all these years investing in the stock market. I'm gonna share it with all of you and let you know. So like um, those hard lessons learned, you don't have to make the same mistake again. Okay, so yeah, please be careful investing out there, and be very skeptical of companies that give ridiculous guidance. That's like they have no track record of execution. Please be careful with those companies as well. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.